All right, Daryl at Sinister Speedco here in Penticton, BC with you again. Hope everybody out there is doing well. I just wanted to do a quick video, and I always say quick videos, but my videos always run like 8 or 10 minutes long. So I just wanted to do kind of a quick review today on a set of tires. I did a tire review a year ago for the Michelin Commander 3. And it has been a very successful video, so much so that Michelin actually reached out to me. So the Commander 3 video is on my page. Go and check it out. I believe Michelin is supposed to be coming out with a new version of the Commander 3. So I'll do a review on that once I get a set of tires. But for this season, because I needed tires and the Michelin Commander 3s in their first form were not the greatest tire, I decided to get a set of Dunlop American Elites. Now, I was very reluctant to get the American Elites, and the only reason was, I think, was because the factory Dunlops that come on a Harley Davidson are, I don't even know how to say it. They're not great. They're not good tires. They're the lowest common denominator to put on your touring bike, and they work, and Harley gets no complaints about them. But as soon as you venture into the world of replacing those tires, you realize how bad they are. So I had a couple buddies that tried the American Elites. They've got like 131s and stuff, and they were really happy with the tires. So I was like, okay, this year I'm gonna get a set of Dunlop American Elites. So I started doing some research on the American Elites. And what I found on their website was that they talk about long tire wear, they talk about great wet weather performance, they talk about great dry weather performance. So here in the South Okanagan, we get a lot of very hot days where the pavement is very hot, the air temperature is very hot. I mean, it's not uncommon here for us to hover around 100 degrees for weeks and weeks on end. So I wanted to try these tires to see if they were as good as their website said. So something I found very interesting on their website, just so we know, I am running them on my 2018 Streetglide with a 107. I do a lot of two-up riding. And when I do solo ride, I charge corners really hard. I like to ride my bike fairly aggressively when I'm riding solo, and sometimes even two up. My girlfriend doesn't seem to mind it, so we charge the odd corner here and there, and we have some fun. So something I found interesting on Dunlop's website was they talked about the tire profile on their tire, which is different than other touring tires. It's got a different profile on the tread face of the tire. So it's difficult to see on the phone, but in real life you can actually see that the tire profile isn't smooth. It comes off the shoulder and then it bumps up and then kind of back down. And from other tires I've run to the American Elite, I can feel that. So the pros and cons of that for me are at low speed around town, that profile at really low speed seems to want to, it's not unpredictable, but what it does is the bike wants to sort of fall into that shoulder a little bit at low speed. But once you're used to it, you don't even notice it. It just took a couple of rides and I was like, oh, okay, I can feel that profile on the tire. What that profile really works well for, and I'll be completely honest, is when you're high speed, and I mean high speed, so like 50, 60 miles an hour, and you're charging into a corner. That profile seems to give the bike a set that you don't often get on another tire. It seems to almost increase in surface contact in the corner, and it really sticks the front end. I get no front end push or drift, and it's a big heavy bike. You know, the tires are very predictable when you're, you know, carving up the canyons and just out there having a good time playing. So I like it. I think they're a great tire. I've got probably 5,000 K on these tires now, and honestly, it doesn't even look like I've run them. The wear characteristics on them are amazing. I just got back from a trip out to Toad Rock. Shout out to Toad Rock in Caslow, BC. And we ran through some rain and some wet conditions. Super predictable, no problems with the tires. Couple other benefits I've found of the tires is very little to no road noise, and that's great. No weird vibrations, no hums, no bounces, nothing odd. And another thing I've noticed about this tire compared to the last set of tires I ran is I don't have to continually keep putting air in my tires. I don't know if the beads seat better, or if, you know, I'm doing something differently, but I noticed with previous tires, I'm constantly checking my tire pressures and I'm constantly pumping them up. These ones, I've only had to add air once to the front tire, and they've been on for, I don't know, 3 months now or something. So unfortunately, I had a bunch of shows this year, so I lost a month of riding just because between work and heading out to the shows, the motorcycle rallies, I just didn't get any rides in. So now that we're back riding and we're trying to enjoy some downtime and a little bit of riding mixed in with work, it's kind of nice. So great tire. I can't say enough good things about it. I think Dunlop has hit it out of the park. You know, I've been running Dunlop tires for off and on for probably 20 years. I really liked Dunlop's tires when I ran motocross and off-road. I felt like they were the best option for me at the time. And like I say, the only thing that scared me off was the fact that the stock Harley, the factory Harley tire was Dunlops, and they just weren't good. They just were a mediocre to not good tire, but they work, and that's what comes on them factory. So great tires, can't say enough good things about them. I think that Dunlop has done a fantastic job on this touring tire. They've really, you know, done what they needed to do, and I look forward to seeing how long these tires last. And of course, when they're worn out, doing a burnout, kill it at the end. So that's always a good time. So honestly, if you're on the fence about a touring tire for your Streetglide, your Ultra, your Road Glide, your Road King, whatever, I do recommend these tires. I think they do everything they're supposed to and more. Performance is great on them, and like I say, we ride in some hot desert climate here, and these tires just seem to be oblivious to the heat. I guess if I had to say a complaint, when they're cold, and I'm talking like, say 20 degrees, you pull out of the shop, and you hit the road, if you get a little too excited on the throttle right off the giddy up till they get some heat in them, they're gonna slip on you a little bit, but they're extremely predictable. They catch right back up. They're very predictable tires. So great job. I appreciate the support I've gotten. Like I say, the last tire review video I did's got over 17,000 views on it now. So comments, questions, anything below, but I like them. I would buy them again. I have zero complaints, and they're a little bit cheaper than other options on the market. So I mean, that helps too. That gives me more money for gas, because gas prices are getting ridiculous. So thanks again. Daryl with Sinister Speedco in Penticton, BC. Ride safe.